Welcome back to TNA Talks. Now, we're talking about anxiety. Now, everyone deals with anxiety. I'm Tiger. I'm here with my co host, Alex. We both have anxiety, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So there's like different types of anxiety because I did a little bit of research beforehand. Like, I knew a lot about anxiety because I deal with it. But I wanted to come into this like episode like knowledge, like really knowledgeable, but like I'm not gonna be like Albert Einstein level knowledgeable. But the type of anxiety that I found, we have like generalized anxiety, which is like the most common anxiety. Which typically a person suffering from this finds it difficult to control like suppressed anxiety. So it's kind of like everyday situations, mostly like when you're stressed about like school or a job, you get that anxiety. And then we have panic disorder, which is like it's like when your anxiety gets so high that you literally have a panic attack. Usually the symptoms could be like dizziness, sometimes nausea, which I do get. I don't I get like real nauseous and dizzy when I have a panic attack, but trouble breathing, that type of stuff. Then you have social anxiety, which is the main anxiety I have. Now, social anxiety is when like you don't like being in a social setting. Like for me, I hate it when I'm with a lot of people. Like if I know the people, it's not that big of a deal. But if I'm like with a group of friends and it's like five or more people, I just get really anxious regardless if I know everyone or not. And then we have like separation anxiety, which personally my dog Chica has. Like she literally can't be away from me more than 5 minutes because she just freaks herself out. But separation anxiety is when like you get attached to someone or something. And if you're away from that thing or person, like you just can't handle it, like you freak out. It's kind of like an attachment anxiety thing. And then you got specific phobias, which is like anxiety, but for a specific, like, let's say you have a fear of sharks, right? You have a fear of sharks. Like seeing a shark, being near a shark, anything to do with sharks is just going to make you really anxious. Or like spiders. You see a spider on TV, immediately get anxious. And then the final one, I think I could be pronouncing this wrong, but I want to say is agoraphobia. Hold on, let me look at my notes. Yeah, it says agoraphobia. If I'm mispronouncing that name, my bad. Um, I'm kind of dyslexic, but it's basically with like a fear of not escaping a situation. So let's say you're on a plane and like you just like you're miles above the air, you can't get out of that. Or you're alone, you're in the house, something happens, you have no one to comfort you, you freak out. So those are like the six main anxieties. There's like a couple more, but they're like minor and it gets a bit like foggy, you know. But yeah, those are like the six main anxieties. So do you have any of these? Because I mainly have social anxiety, but I also kind of have like a phobia disorder or phobia anxiety when it comes to elevators. Because I think I already told you this, but I am horrified of elevators.
Me, no, you know what? We had this conversation before. You said it was escalators. I said it was, I mean, mine was escalators. Yours was elevators.
Hmm.
We
It's
had that
main.
whole, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. It's just mainly because I'm very claustrophobic, and I seen a lot of movies where the elevator gets stuck, and it horrifies me. I do not want to get stuck in the elevator at all. New fear. I did not even think of this 5 years ago, but once I figured out that this stuff actually happens, new fear unlocked. I won't step foot in the elevator. So,
I'm the opposite. We had to go on an escalator recently for the trip that I went to the water park. Well, not the water park, American Dream Mall and stuff. And I literally had a panic attack every time I went on one. And we were at the top floor, the third floor. So I had to take an elevator from the parking area to the third floor. You have no idea how much I wanted to cry. I have bad anxiety. Like I get very anxious about anything. Like it could be something so stupid, and I'll start overthinking, and then I'll start freaking out. And I already have asthma, right? So I kind of like induce my own asthma attacks because of my panic attacks. So yeah, it's not fun. My anxiety is very, very bad. And I have social anxiety too, but my social anxiety is getting better only because like, I was working with the therapist and stuff, so it was kind of like helping me out, but also not really. It's kind of I kind of forced myself to do these things because I felt stupid for having social anxiety, even though social anxiety is such a normal thing. But yeah.
I have social anxieties, but I do have a couple of symptoms from the other one. But like people just freak me out. Like the thing is, like I could handle ghosts and, like freaking ferocious animals and stuff. But people, I don't know. There's just something about people that just makes me anxious because it's like you don't know their intentions. I don't know. I like I said, I told you this so many times, but I'm just really paranoid. I'm just like a paranoid person, so I'm constantly just worrying about. They looked at me weirdly. Wonder what they're thinking about, and I'll just literally freak myself out for no reason.
For me, I have generalized anxiety disorder, but I also have panic disorder and social anxiety. I have three. I'm a little crazy. But then again, generalized anxiety is just like about everything. So I'm pretty sure everybody has generalized anxiety. But mine is like I put myself into panic attacks and stuff, and like that's fun. But I mean, what type of phobias like would you have with like anxiety? Like what would you tie yours into?
Well, we already talked about elevators and also um water. I do not like water.
That's fair. Why not? Wait, drinking water or like going in water?
Like large bodies of water, like lakes and oceans.
Oh, how come?
Well, for one, I can't swim, so and
Oh.
also it's not the water I'm afraid of. It's like what's under the water that I can't see. Like I know this is very irrational, but I just think something's gonna grab my foot and just drag me underwater. And it horrifies me. I'm like, nah. I don't know. I just like if I'm in the ocean, I'm like, bruh, this is it. A shark's gonna take me out to sea and then it'll be over. Never hear from me again.
Is there anything else?
Yeah, heights.
Okay.
But it's not really the heights I'm afraid of. It's more or less I don't want to fall. Like if I'm safe and stuff, like if there's no possible way I could ever fall, then yeah, I'll be chilling. But if there's like, oh wow, one wrong step and it's over for me, I'm just like, I don't want to be here right now. Like this is looking kind of sketch.
Would you ever want to learn how to like, you know, swim?
Well, yeah, in the safety of my own pool.
Okay, fair.
I want the water to be so clear I could see my reflection, and I also want to see the bottom. So, just in case there is something, I mean, I don't think actually that's not even true because I seen a video of Florida, and there was like a freaking alligator in this guy's pool. Luckily, I live in South Carolina and we don't have gators here, but like it could happen.
I don't know about you, but if I seen a gator, I would cry.
But you live in a city, so there won't physically be a gator anywhere
That's
near
my
you
whole
unless it's
point.
in the zoo.
That's literally my whole point. I would literally cry and puke if I seen that.
I mean, some people will be walking alligators on leashes in Florida.
Do that and I'm punching it in the face and I'm punching you for even walking that alligator. Have you seen
Yeah,
that
that
video alligator wrapped bacon?
I wish you would punch an alligator. You will be eaten.
You think I care? That's a gangster way to go out, punching the shit out of an alligator.
That's also a idiotic way to go out because it could have
Oh,
very
Mom.
been avoided. there's a difference from there's a difference from being brave and just plain out stupid. Don't be stupid, okay? Don't just
No. If you have
Anyway, so with my social anxiety, I actually have squishy balls and stuff, or I mean, they're stress balls, but I call them squishy balls because they feel like jello.
mm-hmm.
And yeah, I kind of like, because I get very fiddly, or what's the word for it when you're fidgety? There it is. I get really fidgety when my anxiety activates and stuff. So I always have my stress ball with me. And I also have this weird, like, cube and stuff. It has like a joystick on one side, it has like a metal ball on another, it has like a smooth rubby thing on another. It's just a cube of many things. So
Hmm.
I'll show you what it looks like after the podcast, because you probably have no idea what I'm talking about.
I really don't. I'm a little confused, but okay.
but but it's really cool. Do you have like any specific items or something to calm your anxiety down?
So I'm a fidgeter. I
Mm-hmm.
fidget a lot with necklaces. I had this ring, but I lost it. It was a promise ring. I would fidget with it all the time. Me and my best friend like have one. Like I was fidgeting with it, fidgeting with it, fidgeting with it, and then I never took it off. And then I took it off once, and I lost it. And so now I have this chain from a necklace. That I keep on at all times. And whenever I get nervous, I fidget. But I also do this thing like with my anxiety. I'll count my fingers. Like I'll have, but I always skip my middle finger for some reason. Not my middle finger, my index finger. But I'll like, I'll show you in like after the podcast. But like, I'm always like tapping my
Yeah.
fingers, 1 2 4, 1 2 4. Like I don't know why, but I always do that, and it's like trying to calm. Or I'll pick at things like my skin a lot. I do that, or like my clothes, or like I don't know. I'm just a big fidgeter. Like I can't calm down my anxiety per se, so I do that. But I do now have I got it from an event. But I have like this little fidget like octopus that like it's a pop it octopus. And I just pop it whenever I get nervous and I have my keys with me. I just start like popping them. And it's fun.
Do you have a pop socket or whatever they're called?
A miniature one. I have a full one, but I gave it to my brother because he likes it and stuff. You know, he's autistic, so it helps him calm down. So it was like
Mm-hmm.
it benefits him more than me. So I gave it to him, but he stole all of mine that I had. So I used to.
Yeah.
I had an ice cream one, an owl, a cat, and he stole all of them
Uh, why do you take all of them?
because he kept quote unquote losing the other ones. When in reality, I feel like it was just a scam to try to get all mine because they're all in the same drawer. So
How do you lose? Okay, well, I guess, but I have a couple. Well, my mom has a couple that I kind of use and stuff, but as a responsible person, I always give it back. But I really need to get one for myself. Also, I used to chew on my hoodie strings, but my
same.
mom my mom didn't want me to do that, so she kind of sprayed this thing on there. So every time I put it in my mouth, it was disgusting. I'm like, Mother, what in God's name did you spray on my hoodie thing? But I mean, to be fair, it got me to stop. I don't do it anymore. So it worked, but oh my God, it was horrible. I can still taste it. It tastes like chemicals.
My mom would always like try to stop me from biting my nails, which I still do, but I don't recommend it because I bit my nail and then I got a hangnail and it's literally got infected and everything. I definitely don't recommend it. But my mom used to do everything in her power to stop me from biting my nails, and I just couldn't. Like I just kept biting my nails and biting my nails. And my mom like hates that I do it cuz she used to do it, but her mom used to like I don't know what it was. I think it was like guacamole or something. They put like on your fingers, and it's supposed to taste nasty. She tried to put sauerkraut on my on like my like the smell because I don't like smells of stuff. So she would like purposely try to do that, and I'm like, girl, I got sinus issues now. I can't even smell it. So like it's a lose lose. So I still bite my nails like whenever I'm nervous, and I don't even notice
Yeah.
that I'm doing it anymore. I just do it, and then I don't realize I'm doing it until either I bite it fully off, and then there's like just a icky nail on my tongue, and then I get grossed out, or I start bleeding.
How do you not know you're doing it? Or is it just like a self-conscious thing that is more like, it's kind of like you're going into autopilot and you don't realize you're doing it until,
Yeah, exactly. It's like it's
You feel pain. You're like, ow, why does my finger hurt? Oh,
yeah,
I was
exactly.
doing
It's like I'm on autopilot.
the I
It's
was
like I
doing the
hyper
thing again,
focus.
wasn't I?
Exactly. It's like I hyper focus on whatever the person's like saying to me or something in my mind, and I just start like acting out.
Oh, so you kind of like zone out, sort of.
Yeah, but like I'm listening to what the person's saying. I'm taking the information, but I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing with my body. Like I make like a lot of facial expressions too. So when I'm uncomfortable or like annoyed, I'll make a face and not even realize that I made it. That's why I say if my mouth doesn't say it, my face will. My mom says the same thing because we're very emotional or lyrical with our face. Like we don't gotta say a
Yeah.
damn thing to you, but we'll give you a look and you'll know I'm pissed off at you or mad at you or like
So,
tired.
so your face is very expressive.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
even say aggressive. That bitch be singing and dancing.
Yeah. Yeah. I see. I'm kind of the complete opposite. My grandma always tells me that I'm so hard to read. Like she just can't tell what my mood is just by looking at my face because I'm just like emotionless all the time. Mainly because I'm dead inside. But that's besides the point. It's like she always tells me that I'm so hard to read, and I'm like, why are you trying to read me? So
I'm
I don't know.
I can't talk
Like,
shit. I read people very well.
yeah. So like a lot of people don't know if I'm upset or happy or sad and stuff. But I like it that way. It makes me more mysterious, you know?
Hmm.
And we like mysteriousness.
Indeed, we do.
But is there like I'm trying to think of any other coping mechanisms other than like fidgeting. Obviously, anxiety medication helps a lot. Personally, I don't take it, but I recommend y'all do. I don't take it for reasons because,
Yeah,
you know,
I currently don't take it either, only because I am going to see a new psychiatrist on Friday, so that's when I'm gonna get reevaluated and new meds in and everything like that. I'm my family, like my mom, because she has bad experiences with like meds and stuff, she prefers for me not to be dependent on medication because she like had bad outbursts, but she understands that it's different for everybody. So I made my decision since I'm grown to take the meds because I get into like really bad anxiety and like depression and stuff, other stuff that's wrong with me. So I decided I'm just gonna take meds, see how it works out, give it a couple of months to a year, and if I don't like how it feels, if it's not my cup of tea, then I'll go back to my normal route.
um yeah, I don't know. I just like fidget and that's basically it. I don't take medication. I don't do anything. Although when my anxiety is activated, I like just being completely alone by myself. But like when you're out in a public space and stuff, you can't really just get rid of everyone. It's just not possible. So if you could bring like something to like, because like my mom has these weird smooth stones. I forgot what they're called, but you know what I'm talking about, right?
No.
Okay. Well, those of you who know what I'm talking about, it's like these stones, but it's like very, very smooth. It's like rubbing stones. Like you just kind of, rub your fingers on it and stuff, and it like the the not the material, but I don't know how it's just the feel of the stone kind of soothes you and stuff, which helps a lot when you're like out in public spaces. Because I also have these weird, I have these weird strings, which they're similar to the stress ball, but they're like long strings and stuff. And I just like, I know I should use them to fidget, but I always wind up like using them as a lasso and just just twirling them in circles. So I can't really bring those out in public because I'll literally just be like, whoopah, just start hitting things with it. I'm childish. Leave me alone.
Hey, I
Um,
can't blame you. I swing my keys around like it's nothing, and I don't realize that I might hit somebody with them because
oh
it's
my
just a fun
God.
habit of mine
I
to do.
forgot.
I swing them all the time.
Oh yeah, no, totally. But I forgot kinetic sand. Dude, kinetic
Yes, I
sand.
love kinetic sand so much, dude. I was when I was in my IEP and stuff, and like my inclusion classes. Whenever I had like a mental breakdown or like a fight, they would bring me into like with my inclusion teacher, like in her own little office, and I would play with that kinetic sand for what felt like hours. I swear, bro. Like you could not get me off of that. I was so hyper fixated onto it that
For
I wouldn't
real
even
though.
realize. Like it would be 4 hours that the teacher let me just 4 hours from lunch to the end of the day, and I'm just sitting there just playing with it. I'm like, but 5 more minutes.
And like, can we just talk about how soft the sand was? Like, how did they make it that soft?
Dude, I don't know. I want to know how if you picked it up, right, it felt like a rock. But if you let it, like, you just drop it and let it, like, go in your hand, it starts going also, like, soft and, like, it falls down. Like, it never
I
made sense to me.
My mom had a lot of kinetic sand stuff, but my personal favorite, the one I always use, it was like purple, but it was glittery. It was like
Mm.
it was like this bright glitter purple, and it was so soft.
I love the blue one and the little, like, grayish yellow, like, off color. I don't know what it really was because it came with the sandcastle and the little scooper. So she bought like this like tray and would let us like use it on the table. I
Hey,
love
that's my
building
name.
with that.
I don't remember being bought. Anyway, sorry.
So I hope not, sir.
Dude, I literally still have a packet of blue kinetic stand that I never actually opened.
Oh, I'ma steal it. I
I
want to take
mean,
sand. I want to buy it. Like
yeah.
I don't know.
Welcome to welcome back to
Welcome
a
to
brand new
TNA
kinetic.
Talk. We're gonna be playing kinetic sand.
That could be a new segment.
I
Kinetic
know.
sand.
Kinetic sand.
Yeah, but I don't even know how they made like it's literally sand, but it's like very soft. I want to know how that's even possible. I don't know, but I was like mesmerized. That's not even a word. Sorry, I'm stuttering.
Mesmerized. Yes, that's a word.
Yeah, but the way I pronounced it is not how you pronounce it. So
Fair enough. Fair
I
enough.
said mesmerized.
Mesmerized.
I was like, that's not even a word. But anyway. But those are all the coping mechanisms I had. Is there like any other thing you want to add? Because you said you like fidget and stuff and bit your nails. Was there like other things, or is that about
Well,
it?
I was a very aggressive person when I was younger because I didn't know that I had anger issues. So I would just like hit things a lot, which is not good for my anxiety.
You're
So
still kind of aggressive.
I'm passive aggressive now. Before, I was just plain old aggressive to where I would literally throw, like, you have no idea how many electronics or like controllers I've broken. Like, if I put my mom on here right now, if I like called her up and be like, yo, do you know how many I broke because my anger? She would like, don't even fucking talk to me right now. Like, that just bringing that up pisses her off because I broken so many controllers and stuff because I was angry. Like when I started playing DBD first, like in like when the game first came out, like I was so mad if I lost that I would throw, like, I think it was like 2017 I started playing. I would throw the controller at my dresser and it would just shatter. Like I had severe
Over
anger
dead, over Dead by Daylight.
over Dead by Daylight. Bro, if Trapper killed me, even though I love him so much, he's my favorite killer now. But like when I first started, if he would just like hook me once, I'm breaking my control. I'm throwing that. Kill, fuck, like crazy. Fortnite, dude, I was the best. Well, actually, I was kind of trash, but like everybody was trash back then. Like we were decent enough, right? So whenever we would play Fortnite, like, dude, I was like, "You're hacking!" I was one of those kids. I was like, "You're hacking! You're hacking! You're a cheater!"
Bruh,
But
I hate
I'd
those
always
kids,
win.
dude.
I hate those kids too, but I was one of them. I always be like, "Oh, I'm lagging" when I get like shocked. When I get like shot because I suck.
No, but
But
the
now,
thing is, for me, I let people know. Like when I get into a party, I let people know, like, hey, I'm cheeks. I'm gonna be honest. If you are in a death situation, I ain't helping. I'm
whack,
useless.
a whack teammate.
Ain't a whack teammate, bruh.
Dude, I save everybody. I don't care unless I don't like you.
I can't save you if what's the point of like if I go and die, what's the point, you know? It's you got to think strategically. You don't want to like rush into things and then die cuz then everyone's mad at you be like, "Why did you do that, you idiot? You could have just Yo, I don't know, bro. Fortnite players are so aggressive.
True.
But
I
I
mean,
always
hello. I was very aggressive.
yeah, I get into games too, but I don't like break anything cuz like I'm very responsible. But I just mainly hit my desk cuz I don't throw the controller cuz it's like I grew up in a poverty family. If that controller gets broken, ain't no one buying me another one. My
No,
mom
that's what my mom made me do. She made me play the controller because we didn't grow up with money either. And so whenever I broke it or like it would break, she'd be like, "Girl, you better use it until it fucking breaks into shreds. We ain't got no money for a new one." So I would take my siblings' controllers and then break those too. So yeah, don't
yeah,
do
I'll
that, by
be
the way, guys. Oh, my little brother broke my controller and I couldn't even get mad because he's child, which is why I understand why my siblings couldn't get mad. But don't break your siblings' controller; they will hate you for
no.
the next 4 days.
Nah, bump that. You have every right to be mad. Yo, if a sibling breaks your controller, whoop it. Okay, I guess it's don't whoop their ass depending how old they are, but like I'll be mad as hell. Like my my 6-year-old sister broke my lead pencil one time, and like I was so mad at her. Like I wasn't like screaming at her because like she was a little kid, but I was still mad. I'm like, yo, that's not okay. What are you doing? Like they were in my room, so she had to go in my room without my permission, take that thing, and then she broke it. I'm like, I was mad.
Mm. She break my shit now. We all grown now. We fighting. I don't care. We throw hands.
Yeah, I don't think it's really. I don't know. I'll be mad and stuff, but at the end of the day, it's not worth like throwing hands for. It ain't that serious, but it's still. It's just like
Remember, I used to be aggressive. I have to go back there real quick.
it's just like it's just more like a come on, dude moment than like I'm a whoop your ass moment, you know? He's like, I'm 21, I'm mature, I'm responsible, I'm an adult now. I have to act like it. I can't just be freaking punching people just because they irritate me or annoy me. You know, I gotta be responsible, which kind of sucks because some people I want to punch in the face, but I'm an adult. I can't be doing that childish stuff anymore.
Other coping mechanisms to go like the easier route if you guys don't have like any fidgeting. If you guys don't fidget, because a lot of people who have anxiety are fidgeters, but some people aren't. So if you don't fidget, have an asthma pump handy if you're prescribed by a doctor with one for like deep
Mm-hmm.
breathing and just in case. Um, And there's another one. I'm a huge headphone user. I cannot stand loud noises. They induce my anxiety by 1,000. So always keep like a pair of earbuds or headphones or a headset handy with you so that you can like
Yeah.
just distract yourself from like the real world per se, but in a healthy way instead of like harming yourself physically or mentally because of that.
Headphones is very useful. However, don't like be very careful. Like if you're like out and about in the city, crossing the roads, maybe don't have the music blasting where you can't tell what's happening outside the world because you need to be able to hear so you don't get hit by a car and stuff. But
Yeah,
you know,
be very
it,
attentive while you have your earbuds or headphones in. But
mhm.
90%, I would say, I'm assuming this percentage, but I would say about 90% of the population needs headphones to do everything, like needs music, or even if it's not music. Some people don't listen to music. Sometimes it's just a YouTube video or a podcast that they just need in the background to kind of calm them. Like,
That's literally me. I be
say,
listening to podcasts while I'm like editing and stuff. You know, maybe I might listen to Coco Melon.
oh my God.
But no, I love music, but I mostly listen to podcasts and stuff. You know, mainly like scary podcasts because you know
Mm,
it
yeah.
gets me in that mindset.
For me, I listen to music mostly, but like the music has to depend on my mood. Because if I'm sad, I want to listen to sad music. But if I'm like in a normal mood, it's mostly my crazy rock. emo, goth, whatever the
Yeah,
fuck.
exactly.
But also sometimes
Exactly.
I have a playlist full of everything. Like I have playlists for different types of genres, and then I have my mixed playlist on Spotify, which is over 24 hours long, where like it's just a whole bunch of mixed songs. So, like today, I went out for blood work, and it was too loud outside because it was in General Square, and General Square is so fucking loud. It's like Times Square but worse because of construction. And I was waiting for my dad to pick me up, and it was so loud. I was waiting outside for like 15 minutes, and I just couldn't handle the noise. Like my anxiety was really bad, so I just put on headphones because I literally was freaking myself out to where I couldn't breathe. And like I didn't bring my asthma pump with me, which I was supposed to, but I left it on my bed, and so like I felt like I couldn't breathe. So my mom gave me some of her like ginger ale. I drank it, and it did not help. So I just grabbed my headphones out my bag and put them on and started reading my book, and I was good. Even throughout like the way home because I didn't want to talk to nobody, I kept my headphones on and I was chilling. And I finished two whole chapters of my book in that 5 minute, like 5 to 10 minute drive. So we good.
Yeah, honestly, I hate ginger ale. It just tastes disgusting.
It's decent. I like it, but I got Cola Champan, which is a way better soda.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stick to Dr. Pepper.
I don't like Dr. Pepper.
I don't even I've never even heard of whatever you just said. Is there anything else you want to add? Because I think I kind of got everything I needed to say out, but
Um,
you know,
those are the coping mechanisms. Those are the type of anxiety. Now, how do you thrive with anxiety? How do you like put yourself into a better perspective with it?
well, normally I just kind of like once I like play around with the kinetic sand or stress balls and stuff, I kind of feel better. But for me, when my anxiety reaches like peak, I feel nauseous. I feel like dizzy. And then like I just like I gotta sleep. You know, I kind of sleep off my anxiety, and then that's not the best way to handle it, but that's how I do it. Like I'll just fidget with things, and then I'll just sleep when I get home, and then once I wake up, I'm all better. You know, until the anxiety comes back. But you know,
Mm. Well, for me, again, I have it depends. Like, cause I'm very tired because I'm like exhausted, right? And so anxiety
Mhm.
comes into play. Where I'm like, if I take a nap and I wake up late, I can't do this, this, and this. Simple things like that give me anxiety. But like recently, at least I've been trying to like practice like reflecting on stuff. But like that's so cringe to me. I don't like it. But like realistically speaking, after an anxiety attack or before like anything to do with anxiety, I think you should think about why you were anxious and like try to figure out what could have been better and how you can like handle it next time. Because I don't know about you, but I have anxiety over everything. Literally everything for no reason. Like my therapist literally even tells me all the time, like, you're anxious over a lot. And I'm like, I know. And he's like, you shouldn't be because like you're good. And I'm like, I know, but like what if keep that what if mindset out of your head because if not, you're screwed. Like you're just gonna it's gonna go bring you down a bad path.
yeah. I mean, and you and me talked about this, and I think I've even told you that you just stress too much. You just need to relax and chill. You know,
Yeah, you tell me that literally every day.
it's like just things will work out, and if they don't, then no biggie. You just move on to the next thing.
Yeah, but my thing is I overthink too much. And it took
I overthink a lot too, but I kind of train my brain to just not. I still care, but I kind of train my brain to be like, you know what? Not everything's gonna work out, and that's okay.
yeah, which is good. I don't. I'm just like, God damn it, it didn't work out. What if it doesn't work out? What if it does work out? But like also with me, my thing is I think of all the possible outcomes. So I always know when something's gonna happen. I get that feeling. I always get feelings to where I know if
Yeah.
something's bad's gonna happen or something's good gonna happen. So like I can expect what's supposed to be unexpected because I already know what's gonna happen.
Yeah. And I don't like the thing is, we're like the first time you and me ever did a podcast together, I remember you literally spent 15 minutes trying to figure out the perfect intro before you eventually said you eventually gave up and said you do the intro.
Yeah, that's why I always make you do the intros, because if it's not to my liking, I won't do it.
No, it's okay. And I know you want things to be I don't are you a perfectionist? Because it seems that some like that sometimes.
Think so? No.
Mm. Well, you want things to be like not like perfect, but you want things to be as close to perfect as possible.
I would say no. I don't want things to be perfect. I know perfect is not a realistic standpoint. Perfect is not a thing.
It is for me.
Well,
Everything I do is perfect. In my eyes at least.
well, good for you. Cannot relate.
Yeah. Who
I'm,
cares?
I'm,
Who cares what other
I,
people think?
I care. Alex Rodriguez cares a lot. Actually, it makes her die inside if she they doesn't understand what the person is thinking at any point in time. Because then I think, do you hate me? Why do you hate me? Is there something I did? And they'll say you don't hate me, but if you say it with the wrong tone, I'm gonna ask you again. Are you sure? Are you sure? And then I'm gonna make them hate me by asking, do you hate me? You know.
I
I
would
even now I'm shaking my leg because now I'm like, damn, am I talking too much? Like,
I mean, yeah, that's why I normally like for me personally, I don't have a problem confirming that I don't hate someone, but I will say it does get annoying if they're constantly asking, and I'm like, "Do you hate me?" I'm like, "No, no, I said that like 15 minutes ago." It's like, I don't. Do you want me to? Because you keep asking me, so now I feel like you want me to hate you. So I don't know. I know from personal experience because like there was this person that just constantly asked if I'm hating them. And it low key made me feel like, do you want me to hate you? Because you keep bringing this up for no reason. Like, we'd just be like chilling, just eating ham sandwiches, playing Rocket League. And then they just randomly be like, so, you don't hate me, right? And I'm like, what? It's like, where is this coming from? But no, I totally understand. Do you want people to like you? Is that what it comes down to?
well, no, automatically everybody hates me. So I've definitely gotten comfortable with the fact that everybody will hate me, and that's okay. I'm more of on the side aspect of I want to know the reason as to why you dislike or like.
I'm gonna be
I
honest.
it's not a
I
want, it's a need. If I don't know, I'm going crazy. I'm going berserk.
I don't think people hate you per se, but I will say like you do come across very truthful and blunt, and a lot of people don't like that. A lot of people
So,
don't want like they don't want to hear what they need to hear. They want you to like sugarcoat things and tell them what they want to hear, but you don't do that. You're like very truthful, and I think that's why a lot of people don't like you because they just don't like being because like sometimes the truth hurts and
but that's
people
not
just
my
can't handle
problem.
it.
If you ask for
Exactly,
the truth,
exactly. It's
if you ask for my opinion, I'm going to give you the truth. I don't like liars. I've been lied to so many times in life. I don't like liars. I'm not going to lie to you about something so stupid, nonetheless, something important. So, of course, I'm going to tell you the truth. And if you don't like the truth, you can hate me. I don't care. Like, that's why a lot of people hate me because I tell the truth. I'm not going to sit here and lie about something that's so stupid. Like, oh, did you use the rest of the toilet paper? Yeah. Sorry, I'll get you more. Like, I'm not gonna say no, I didn't, and then like it's something so stupid or something serious. Like, hey, did you find out that my mom died? Do you know how? Like, I'm not gonna say no to spare your feelings. Yeah, your mom died this way. Sorry if that was triggering, but like, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I'm not gonna
I'm a
lie about.
liar.
I know you are. I hate lies.
I'm
I
I'm
hate liars. I cannot.
yo
They're like I don't even know how I deal with you because you like lie. I mean, you do little lies, but like it's so annoying because it's like why not just tell the truth? Like that's why I don't like surprises because yes, you're doing something nice, but like you're lying to me. Be like, hey, I got a surprise for you soon. Okay. Now I'm gonna ask you what it is, and I'm gonna want to know all the information. But at least I know what to expect because I'm not gonna sit there and
well
be like, oh, you
a, sup-
lied to me.
a surprise is not lying. It's just like withholding the truth. Like they're not
Which
tell
is
like
lying.
they're it's
Lying.
not.
That is
It's
lying.
not.
Withholding the
It's
truth is a lie.
no
So
because like they
okay,
don't
okay.
if they
So if I'm in a
oh
relationship, right,
yeah. Yeah.
and I cheat on you, but I
Oh.
withhold that information. I don't lie. I withhold it. That's lying. regardless. You didn't tell me the truth. You knew what you did, but you didn't say what you did. That's lying.
Yeah, but with surprises, it's not like they're like, oh, we're going to do this thing, and then they totally don't do that thing. If they just don't tell you what they're doing, that's just not lying because they never told you anything to begin with. So they're like, what are they lying about? Just because they don't come clean doesn't mean it's a lie. It's just they're not telling you what's going on.
It's still a form of lying. I don't like withholding information. I don't like liars. If you're gonna lie to me, don't talk to me. I don't want to be your friend. Like, I don't even want to know you at that point if you're gonna lie to me.
I mean, I guess that's fair. I still don't think it's lying, but I don't know. I like surprises though. Surprises are fun.
I don't like surprises, probably because I've never had them. So whenever I do get them, I feel like uncomfortable with it.
Oh, I don't ever get surprises hardly ever, but when I'm due, I'm just like, oh, it makes me feel like these people actually do care because like no one ever gives me a surprise. So when someone does, I'm like, oh, you actually care. That's crazy,
Yeah.
you know? Just like, this is just getting depressing. So we're just going to move on. My anxieties. So, like, I guess just to kind of like put a cap on the bottle as like old people, bro, I sound like an old head saying that. Never
You
mind.
are.
But basically, kind of like to end it. My anxieties. And here's the thing. The coping mechanisms we give you, don't think you're going to do these and then you'll be cleared. Anxiety's never going to go away. You're going to have to live with it for the rest of your life, but you have to like work with it, live with it. These coping mechanisms help a lot, kind of like keeping it at bay, but it's never officially going to get rid of it. You
Yeah.
know, like if you don't have anxiety, then you're probably a psychopath or you don't really know how to handle your emotions, either one. But yeah, anxiety is never going to go away. My anxieties, my anxiety hits every single day, every day. But, I kind of live with it. I kind of like, fidget and stuff. I need to meet with my doctor to get medication. Like I have medication, I just don't take it. So I really should start taking it. But how's your anxiety doing?
My anxiety honestly is shit. Like
Oh,
I'm a very very anxious person. I just had to go to the doctor because I was getting a lot of asthma and panic attacks. So he had to prescribe me an asthma pump because I just like I would like freak myself out so much with my anxiety that I would literally stop breathing. Like I couldn't breathe and then it would get worse. Like whenever I would try to go to bed at night, like my overthinking would take over and I would literally feel like I'm suffocating. So yeah, not the best. But I mean the fidgeting is getting better. I'm still undergoing a lot of like doctor appointments to make sure I'm good and like my mental health is like stable and stuff like that because obviously, a lot is going on. So of course I'm not gonna be fully there. So I mean I'm trying to do the right things this time. But I feel like it's way better than last time with my anxiety because whenever I was really anxious, like the past 2 years or whatever, like 2 years ago or something, like I was very aggressive because of it, and I was very off-putting and like, oh, leave me alone, stop fucking talking to me. Like I would snap at any moment. Now I'm just like, can you please leave me alone? Like I just need a little bit. Like let me take a breather before hopping into something instead of taking on too much and then literally wanting to murder everybody.
yo, I still struggle with that because I be just stacking things on my plate when I know damn well I can't even handle it all, but I do it
Like, I
anyway.
know. Because I'm the same way though, because I'm such a people pleaser. Like, if somebody needs something done, I'll do it, even if I can't do it. Like, I'll still try my best to be there. I'll still try my best to do something. Like, I feel obligated to do it. So I completely understand that. But I mean, me and you both have that same issue. Like, right now, I'm taking on a lot. You're making yourself take on a lot too. And it's like, I was just trying to talk to you about that. And then you were like, anyways, like, right before we started the podcast. But, like, I was like, you kind of need to, like, chill, take a slow time, because like work and everything, like TNA is a lot, and then your personal stuff, your personal channels, it's a lot. So you gotta like give yourself that mental strength and capacity so that you're not like forcing yourself to do things. But you don't listen, and you do whatever you want because you
My
think because you're a big man, you can just struggle, which I'm not okay with. But
hey,
yeah,
I mean the life of a guy, And
the life
besides,
is
with
okay.
my with my
Uh-huh.
mindset, it's like if I don't do it, it's not gonna get done because no one's gonna do it for me. So I just figure that just gotta
Yeah,
do it
but
myself.
But piling so much on top of each other is going to make everything fall down and crumble.
Well, I have steady hands, so I'm really good at Jenga. So you don't have to worry about things falling down. I got it.
If you say so.
Anyway, I think that we're just gonna end it here.
Yeah, I do want to say though, guys, if you guys are struggling, I don't know if I ever mentioned this on the TNA podcast, probably not, but we do have a support help hotline, and we also have our email open to anybody who wants to like contact us. So if you guys like need any like you guys want to address any concerns, you need a listening ear, you have any inquiries about being like a member or a staff, which by the way both are completely free to do or apply for, you can call us at 201-492-5099 or text us because we respond through text too, or you can email us at tnabusinesscenter@gmail.com. Simple, simply put, and Trey will do the outro because I will have a lot of anxiety if I do that because I will stutter and then get mad and we'll be sitting here for another 20 minutes trying to make an outro.
Yeah. Anyway, if you like if you like this, oh wait, I think I already asked you this before, but this is going on YouTube, right?
Yeah, always.
Okay. Anyway, you could find this on Spotify, YouTube. I don't know where you're watching it, but we're putting it both on Spotify and YouTube. And if you do watch it on YouTube, hit that like button. Or if you feel like your time's just wasted and like this was like pointless and not helpful, hit the dislike button. Just kind of interact with it any possible way to push it towards the algorithm. Because YouTube is very weird. But anyway, me and Alex will see you in the next video. I don't know what it's going to be about, but we'll just wing it, I guess. Anyway, bye.
Bye.